Hello. Beep, 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 beep. Hello, everyone. How are you doing? Welcome to the court of the Edijester. For my new subscribers, hello. Nice to see you. For everybody else, if you could subscribe, that would be really helpful. But come and be a warrior teacher is the most important thing, as the date is trammeling down the road at us now. Okay, BBC. Let's go there. The BBC is, quite frankly, a disgraceful organisation currently for numerous reasons, not least of which is their inclusion of a LARPing predatory woman in the latest edition of Big Brother. Now, I've not personally watched this. I know that a few of you have because you've been messaging me, but it's astonishing to watch the number of gays that are bleating for their own extinction, because that's exactly what they are doing, and I find it really galling that they're doing so. But the Supreme Court ruling, which was the For Women Scotland ruling that went to the Crown Court that ruled that sex is sex no matter what, is now beginning to bite. And in this case, it's biting the BBC, and I couldn't be more happy to see a revolting buttock be bitten into. BBC pauses transgender diversity training after Supreme Court ruling. Click the button, get notified, subscribe, the usual. Broadcaster suspends its trans insight workshop. Oh, really? In response to legal judgment on what sex means. We should be way past this by now. The BBC has suspended staff training workshops on transgender and LGBTQ plus issues to check if they use the word sex correctly. We have said this before about DEI and EDI has got to go across the board. This is part of that. It's part of DEI, EDI. It's part of critical social justice. It has put on hold two diversity, equality and inclusivity DEI courses until they comply with the Supreme Court ruling on women's rights. The court said in April that sex in the Equality Act refers to biological sex, not self-identified gender, as if gender matters. A Freedom of Information request submitted to the BBC found that two workshops that are part of its 2024 DEI strategy called LGBTQ+, Allies and Trans Insights. Oh, really? Get in the bin. Now, you know what that means? Right, that means there's more. That if it's LGBTQ plus allies and trans insights, it means there's more than just that available. And they've been paused to ensure that all language and references comply with the judgment. Two other inclusivity courses, BBC and You, and inclusive leadership training. Does it not make the bile rise in your throat when you hear about these sickening, weakening, namby-pamby nonsense courses that they're running on the licence payer's dime, by the way? Right, so those particular two courses, references to pronouns, including gender self-identification, were removed. Could they finally be waking up? It's going to be so hard for them to row back, because they're saying here, we are not rowing back. There's a great scene in a film called To Be or Not to Be. This reminds me of this with Mel Brooks, where he runs a theatre during the invasion of Poland by the Nazis. The Nazis come in and try and shut the theatre down. And Mel Brooks says, "We are not backing down." And the German says, "In that case, you'll be taken outside and shot." And Mel Brooks goes, "We're backing down." This is what the BBC are like. We are not rowing back on our inclusivity training. We have simply paused two of our courses while we wait final guidance from the government following the Supreme Court ruling. This is the excuse I'm hearing from every organisation. It's the excuse I'm hearing across the board. We don't need guidance. The law's already clear. Once we have this, we'll ensure our training and the language it uses are updated to meet any legal obligations. We have assessed where sex and gender are referred to across HR policies and training, and we identified 4 training courses where there are references to sex and gender. We have implemented changes as a result. I wonder what those changes are. We fully intend to comply with the law once guidance has been approved by government. You don't have to wait for guidance to be approved, but this is infuriating. There is absolutely no reason on God's earth for you to have to wait for guidance to be approved by government. There isn't. While ensuring that we provide facilities that respect the needs and rights of all staff and visitors to the building. That's easy. You provide facilities based on sex. Ignore gender. It doesn't matter. The LGBTQ Plus Allies course promises to help staff learn more about LGBTQ Plus identities and experiences. There's no such damn thing, right? It's just all the same thing, isn't it? Insane, hedonistic, gender-addled grievance gerbils and trans nuttery. That's all it is. That's all it is. Because you can't have the LGB and the TQ+. It's just an affinity group that got out of control. And you should close all of it down immediately and stop talking about it. As a gay man, this thing doesn't exist. Susan Smith, a campaigner for Women Scotland, feared the BBC's use of the training would create significant problems for sex realist staff. You mean normal people? She said for some time, insiders and licence fee payers have been concerned about the level of capture which gender identity ideology has achieved in the purportedly unbiased BBC. Purportedly unbiased BBC. That's the best laugh I've had all week. Our only surprise is that there were just 4 courses, which gave rise to concerns. We also wonder if if the corporation offered training for allies on any other protected characteristics. You can bet they didn't, right? This is in the Telegraph. Go and have a look. Go and have a read. There's a gift article linked so that you can have a look at it and see what you think, because I'm looking forward to getting your views on this. There's something intensely wrong with the whole damn thing. Sorry, but there is. All right? That's my bit for today. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.